All right, we're recording. So today we're going to learn about mastering type, subtype, and item. This is the ticket categorization that we use in ConnectWise that we just aligned to the ITIL 4 standards. Now, in case you're not familiar with ITIL 4, it is the global standard for service delivery. It stands for Information Technology Information Library, and it is how companies deliver service and deliver and create business intelligence off of the service that they deliver. So why should you care about classifying a ticket correctly, right? Because with better ticket classification, we can find out where the noise is coming from by ticket type, like what type of issue are we solving, by volume. We've got a lot of tickets for password resets, or by complexity. When we work on Dell data, it generally takes us an hour and a half to fix an issue versus QuickBooks, it usually takes us 30 minutes to fix an issue. So we can understand with cleaner reporting how we're using the resources and what's happening at the client. Because we can also imagine the more tickets a client has about one issue, the unhappier they're going to be. The next thing is going to be smarter AI. All right, how do we get better automation? Is by understanding what is repetitive that we are doing. So we say, well, this is the same thing over and over and over again. Let's automate. I know we can think of a few examples of that. So we're going to go from the high level here is what does TSI framework look like for ITIL versus what the ConnectWise fields have. And it's really service area is a type, product is a subtype, and action is the item. We're going to go into each one in a moment, but when you are going through an ITIL awareness or ITIL foundation training, which I recommend you all do, you'll hear these words instead of type, subtype, and item. Really, it's you ask yourself those three questions. What product area is being affected, what product is involved, and what action is being taken. So let's look at examples, right? Type. Very broad, should be a very small list of items that we support. What area is this about? All right? Is it software? Is it the network? Is it hardware? And then the subtype is specifically what is wrong, what system are we going to be working on? We're working on the Wi-Fi. We're going to do a new user setup. We're working on a workstation or a printer. This is going to be a very large list, and this is the list that should keep growing, but that we need to be aware of. We shouldn't have duplicates, and where can it fit? And then the item, again, this is a small category. What are we actually doing? Creating, modifying, repair, false positive, restore, right? We only do so many things on technology. So we'll go back to the type is a big, broad area. The subtype is a big. I got to go back. Nope. Type is a broad area, small list set. I want to clarify that. The product, right? The subtype is a bigger list of issues because we do work on a lot of things. And then the item is what are we doing? Again, a smaller list of issues. We're trying to teach the logic behind it so we know why it works. So when we start thinking what's broken, specifically what part of it is broken and how we're going to repair it, right? What are we going to do with it? Then we'll get powerful reporting, right? This goes to hey, how much noise does this client have? What's the top talker by ticket volume? What's the top talker by type? What's the top talker by time, right? What type of tickets take the most time? Then if we categorize correctly, we can do ticket automation from the triage level. We can spot trends from people submitting tickets of types of tickets, or we can see applications that are causing the most problem. And ultimately, service catalog insights. This is what the TAMs use, right, to make sure things stay in best practice and feed that information to the account manager and VCIO so they can create that roadmap in QBR to get problems solved. So some pro tips on working with TSI is we need to keep the list clean. We can't put, Dell data, right, or some line of business app. It's just line of business app. We don't need to really track items that we're not going to report on. So we have to know how we're using this data in order to know what data needs to be in there for clarification. We should review quarterly. The team leads, the service manager, and me, we need to review it quarterly. Say, is it still valid? By your input. This is where you have the Z request. And then training. Continual training, especially when there's changes of types, subtypes, and items. This should happen during the quality control or during new user onboarding. I know it's a change. We're trying to scale this company 100 and beyond. In order to do that, we need to stick to standards. We're building this for the future. We're building this to get better reporting because what we're doing now is not giving us the data we need. So we're switching to the industry standard and we're going to move forward. So with that, make it a great day.